One more game
This is
coming
what
up.
you'd expect out of a final right here.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, this is what we live for.
Here we got Master Shadow. At some point, we'd hope that this would be all hidden, right? Because at this moment, you can really see what your players are building. If you really went back and analyzed the deck strategy, right?
Exactly.
So this is actually crafting is really interesting. So you see here on this side, you can choose different power-ups or different things to apply to your units. So for example, you can make them more vulnerable to fire, but at the cost of some additional HP. Oh wait, I think I got that backwards. So anyway, but you can do a bunch of counters to your deck. So, but typically they come with a trade-off. So if you're doing more speed, sometimes that'll mean a little less health, and you can apply that to some of your casting decks. So the at-home version is really cool because you can basically get your decks, and then as you level up, you get more gold. What we did for the arcade tournament is we instantly gave players unlockable decks just to create an even playing field between everything. But as you play this game, you actually earn more gold through your GameSparks account, and just jump into it that way.
Exactly, and now it looks like we've moved on to a new map where the lanes are not so rigid because while they're more or less maybe 4 lanes, there are several pathways to get through each of them just because they're not like the hard ridges that we saw last time. It's just literally 6 trees. Oh, but it looks like Bartuby's left tower is already in some trouble over there. So
anyway, this is I think Master Shadow's doing a really good job of coming back. We're getting predictions here in the chat.
Nice.
So I think a few people are saying Master Shadow's going to take it. I wouldn't discount Bartuby though. Bartuby's had some really good stops, and Master Shadow keeps on relying on those dragons.
Yeah, it looks like Bartuby's dropped a sneaky little dragon on the left side. We'll see how far they can make it there. It looks like it's already engaged in something, so possibly not. It is looking pretty grim for Bartuby right now.
Yeah,
but...
so we got the disc battleships just right there in the middle. We got at least 1 dragon.
Yeah, and it looks like while his spawn line is a little bit backed up to him, it looks like he's turning the tide right now.
Master Shadow is using a ton of air units. He's using some of those sniper balloons, and then he's using the battleships.
Yeah, it's got those little snipers just taking the little pot shots. If you don't deal with them soon, their damage really adds up over time.
Yeah, I mean he just did cast 1 ground unit over there, but I see his ratio of ground to air is 1 to 3, so mostly air units.
Yeah, and it looks like there's actually been a shift in tactics. We're seeing a couple more fireballs now, and we actually have not seen any thunderclouds, which I find interesting because of the prevalence of air units.
Right, especially in the arcade tournament. But I'm not just seeing any thunderclouds coming down the center lanes here.
Exactly. Maybe that's why they switched to dragons. I have played this game several times, but I'm not sure for the higher level strategies, and I'm theorizing that the wyverns are actually somewhat resistant to the thunderclouds, which is maybe why we haven't seen those airships, except for the long-range sniper ones, in a long time, and we haven't seen those thunderclouds.
Yeah, so Shell's actually, one of his things he's saying in chat here. Oh, well,
yeah,
we'll get to that.
Looks like we just had a victory. Ooh, there we go. Well, it looks like Bartuby won.
Bartuby! Bartuby!
Yeah,
Master Shadow
congratulations.
almost took it, but that was pretty exciting.
Yeah, he was leading in the first half of that match, but it looks like he really